On April 29, 2026, Angel Reese walked into Wintrust Arena expecting a hero's welcome. She got the tribute video, she got the standing ovation, but what she did not get was a full arena. 3,000 seats sat empty inside a building that holds 9,500 fans. Only 6,724 people showed up. Ticket resale prices dropped as low as $6 to $8 in certain sections. This was not a random Tuesday night scrimmage. This was Angel Reese's first return to Chicago in an Atlanta Dream uniform, the most anticipated preseason matchup of the 2026 WNBA calendar. To understand why this moment carries so much weight, you have to understand what was at stake. On April 6, 2026, Reese was traded from the Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream for 2 first-round draft picks. In her final season with Chicago, she averaged 14.7 points and 12.6 rebounds per game. She is a 2-time All-Star with 8.4 million Instagram followers, a Reebok partnership, and a full portfolio of brand endorsements. For 2 full years, mainstream media positioned Reese as Caitlin Clark's commercial equal, the second pillar of the WNBA's 2-star marketing strategy. April 29th was supposed to validate that positioning. It did not. The on-court performance made the attendance numbers worse. Reese finished with 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals in 13 minutes. She shot 2 of 7 from the field, 28.5%. She missed 4 of her 8 free throw attempts. In the highest-profile preseason spotlight available to her against her former team, inside her former building, 28% shooting is a concrete data point. Being a good basketball player and being a box office draw are 2 entirely different things. Wednesday night put both of those facts on display simultaneously. The rebounding numbers, long cited as her signature strength, arrived with additional context. In May of 2025, a clip from a game against the New York Liberty circulated across every major platform, showing Reese miss 8 shot attempts while pulling down 12 rebounds, with 5 of those offensive boards coming in a 19-second span, all generated from her own misses. You cannot build a championship-level offensive game around offensive rebounds from your own misses. Against Chicago on April 29th, that pattern reappeared. Close-range attempts, missed layups, and 4 missed free throws from a 6'3" player. When your missed shots are the biggest story after a game, that is a sign that the conversation about your game has not moved in the direction you would want it to. Head coach Carl Costin confirmed the 13-minute limit for starters was entirely by design. The objective was early chemistry evaluation, not a full competitive push. Atlanta won 87-78, and the combination of Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, and Jordan Kanda showed early promise. The 3 steals reflect genuine defensive instincts. These are legitimate positives. But context does not change the optics. And in a league where narrative drives commercial value, the optics of that night were damaging. There's also a documented pattern that predates this game. In May of 2025, Reese and the Chicago Sky played an exhibition at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center at LSU, her college home, the building where she won a national championship. The upper bowl never opened because they couldn't fill the lower one. Tickets were resold as low as $11. The seats stayed empty. Empty seats don't care about your narrative. They just sit there and tell the truth. The league can be growing, and one specific player's drawing power can still be telling a very different story than the marketing suggests. The commercial comparison with Caitlin Clark is where the economic gap becomes impossible to ignore. In the same preseason window, Clark scored 21 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 66.7% in 16 minutes against a defense anchored by a co-defensive player of the year. Her preseason game drew 743,000 television viewers on ION, the most watched preseason game in that network's history. In 2025, 17 of the Indiana Fever's 22 road games were relocated to NBA-sized venues. For 2026, 39 of the 44 Fever regular season games are scheduled in NBA-sized venues.
When Clark was injured during the 2025 season, national WNBA viewership dropped 55% within 2 weeks. Instagram followers don't buy tickets. Viral TikTok dances don't put butts in seats. Caitlin Clark is a one-woman economic engine that drives the entire business model of women's professional basketball. The data on that point is not debatable. ESPN's preseason rankings for 2026 placed Reese ahead of Kelsey Mitchell, a player who averaged 20.2 points per game, shot efficiently all season, and earned a spot on the All-WNBA first team. The basis for ranking Reese above Mitchell was not statistical production. The attendance numbers don't editorialize, they just count. Off the court, Reese's exit from Chicago carried documented weight. The Sky finished 2025 at 10 wins and 34 losses, missing the playoffs for the second consecutive year. Mid-season, Reese spoke to the Chicago Tribune and stated, "I'm not settling for the same crap we did this year. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me." The Sky responded by suspending her, publicly labeling her comments detrimental to the team. A player being suspended mid-season by her own franchise for saying the team wasn't good enough is not a minor footnote. That is the kind of thing that follows you. Post-trade, Reese told media reporters, "It's just another exciting opportunity for me to be in Chicago. I loved my experience in Chicago. It was amazing. Seeing a lot of familiar faces on Wednesday is going to be good to see." Her former teammates did not publicly echo that framing. Reports indicate the Chicago locker room viewed the "no bad blood" characterization as disconnected from what actually occurred. On media accountability, Reese appeared on former First Lady Michelle Obama's IMO podcast and stated directly, "The media has not always been great for me. I'll take a fine, I'll catch a fine, especially in the WNBA. I'll have a fine before I go to the media and feel like my back is against the wall." The WNBA enforces mandatory media availability requirements. Openly stating a preference for financial penalties over press conferences is a measurable indicator of where her relationship with professional accountability stands entering 2026. Now in Atlanta, the stakes are concrete. The Dream have made 3 straight playoff appearances without advancing past the first round. They traded 2 first-round picks to change that outcome. Reese joins Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Brianna Jones, Naz Hillman, and Jordan Kanda, a core with established chemistry, defensive structure, and playoff experience. If Reese operates within that system as a complementary piece, the Dream are a legitimate Eastern Conference threat. If the same structural dynamics that contributed to Chicago's 10-34 season follow her to Atlanta, the organization will have paid 2 first-round picks to repeat history. The regular season opens against the Minnesota Lynx. 3,000 empty seats in Chicago on April 29th weren't an accident. They weren't a scheduling conflict or a weather issue or a marketing failure. They were a message. Whether Angel Reese receives that message will define the 2026 season for the Atlanta Dream. The shooting has to improve, not because the critics say so, but because the game demands it. The rebounding is real. The defensive energy is real, but boldness is only as powerful as the results that back it up. And right now, the results on the court and in the stands are pointing in the same direction. The seats don't lie. They never do.
Drop thoughts in the comments, like, share, subscribe to Fast Break Daily,